one of the questions was, why are you going to Miami? Because, it's really hard. Man, second time here, back-to-back, and Miami brought in the house. They represented. Miami, you guys are amazing. We'll be back. Thank you for the love and support.
Here we go. WSOF Fighting 8. We put on an amazing card. Every fight was exciting. All the guys deliver. The winner is no loser here. Everybody won today. And we proved the whole entire world we love the sport, and we take our time to put on matches. And we put guys like Anthony Johnson, Palomino, Cody Ballinger, Justin Gaethje, his opponent. You saw the main event. The two guys went out there and they was ready to take the head off. Like, I don't know what they named the fight in Pride. The two guys, Don Fry and the other guy it reminded me. I was flashback like Pride. We blessed to have some amazing fighter, and we can't do it without them. And we have a great team, and like we said, we climb in the ring with our fighters, our promotion, with our production, and we lucky here. And I'm gonna bring Anthony too. Come on, Anthony. And you guys can go ahead and ask questions.
Really quick, I want to know, you have found the #1 strawweight women. What are the plans? She, of course, opens the market to Latin America. What are the plans now going into Mexico and the rest of South America?
The plan is we try to sign the best fighter in the world. And as you know, us in the UFC, we have the best fighter in the world. Everybody else is a gap, and I'm not just pointing everybody down, but we prove. We put on fights. It's exciting. You know who you're fighting. You know the names. People tune in because they know the names, and they bring it. And we signed Jessica Aguilar. She's #1, and we're always gonna go after #1. And everybody else, they can hamper #2 and 3. But we're here to stay for a long time, and we appreciate you guys and appreciate all the fans. And we're honored to be here in Miami again, and it was an amazing night.
In terms of Latin America, obviously, everything's in the works right now for Mexico, Brazil, and so on. And so there are things that's going to be coming. There's going to be announcements to be made in the coming future. But again, like Ali says, we're very blessed to have fighters like Anthony, who's standing right here. If you have any questions, tonight he put on an amazing fight again. Justin Gaethje, who was our main event tonight, amazing. Jessica Aguilar, who came out and showed the world what she's made of, and that women MMA are here to stay. So we're very excited. And but if you have any questions for Anthony, who was very victorious tonight, made things look so easy, here he is.
Before I get to a question for Anthony Ali, I have to ask you. You mentioned during the conference call, convincing win from Anthony could get him a title shot. Is that still on the board?
Listen, Anthony was offered a title shot his second fight, and he said, you know what? I'm not worried about title shot. I want to fight. I'm improving every day. Listen, Anthony Johnson you saw 2 years ago, that doesn't exist anymore. Now we have Anthony Rumble Monster Johnson. That's who he is now. He put people to sleep. He trained hard, got great camp, and I'm very good friend with Rashad, and he's telling me, up to this camp, Anthony knocked many guys out. I don't want to mention any name in the camp, and they having a problem finding sparring partners, and the hard work and dedications, and it just pay off. And my hat off to Anthony, and he's part of our team. Doesn't matter where he is, he's part of our family for life.
All right, guys, let's get Anthony some questions, please.
Anthony, he said that you didn't want the title shot earlier. Now would you want one? We know your contract's coming up. Would you want a title shot with the World Series of Fighting?
Listen. I'm sorry, Anthony. Just let Anthony enjoy her night. His contract, stuff like that. Anthony's, he put on a performance, great performance. Let him go and relax and contract and all this kind of stuff. He's not, with guys like that, like I said before, it's no such a thing. If a guy is not happy with us, he can go wherever he want to go, and just leave this contract things out. And I'm not trying to be like, don't ask Anthony about contract. Ask him about his KO and how great he is as a fighter.
Hey, Anthony, can you say anything in the middle, please? Yes.
And man, I don't want to say big.
Between two sexy men. Win.
Tonight,
Huh?
before the fight,
Before the fight.
what was the game plan going into the cage?
Knock him out and win. I really didn't have a game plan. I just fight. If I see something open, I'm gonna take it. Even if I don't see it open, I'm gonna take my chances and go for it anyway.
Did the trash talk between you two, did that light a little extra fire, or was there no fire needed to be lit?
I'm always out fire. That's no problem. I hate when people call me out. You know what I mean? Because it's enough to go around for everybody to call one person out. But he called me out, so I gave him a fight, and you saw what happened. But Mike Howell is very tough. He hit me one time. I don't know what he hit me with, but I feel it right now in my cheek.
Was tonight a night where you saw an opening and you went for it, or were you just kind of swinging out there?
Honestly, it was just instinct, you know, what happened. And just like DJ Lindemann, whenever he fell, I didn't actually know I hit him. And he fell exactly like DJ did.
There was about 8 months between fights. Would you like to get in the cage rather quickly?
Yeah. I mean, I love WSOF. These guys are the best. There's no pressure with them. This whole organization, in my opinion, is just go with the flow. They treat everybody with respect. So, I mean, I love that. So, hopefully I get in there real soon.
Did it shock you at all to turn out tonight? I mean, you've been training down in South Florida now for quite some time, and previous promotions have not been successful here. You guys obviously successful tonight.
I'm not surprised by, the outcome of, the audience and the promotion or anything like that. I expected this from day one.
During the conference call, you said that you haven't hit your prime yet, and that we would know when you hit your prime. Are you getting there? Are you feeling it?
Nope.
No, still not.
Still not. I'm still a little green.
That's
Still a
kinda
little
dangerous,
rusty. Right? Just a little dangerous.
You also mentioned on the conference call that this would be one of the fights where your grandmother was here to watch it. Was she here tonight, and what did it mean to get that one in front of her?
Who's in the cage?
Oh yeah, she came in the cage with me and everything. I was looking for her before I actually got in the cage, but I couldn't see her. She was on the opposite side of where I was coming in. And after the fight, though, I heard her voice. When Mike had my back against the cage, I actually heard her voice, and I knew she was like right there in front of me. I didn't see her because he had my head against the cage, but I heard her voice, and I was like, okay, I gotta do something now. My grandmother's here, and she was like, "Come on, baby." And so as soon as she said, "Come on, baby," that's when Anthony Rumble Johnson started kicking in. So I'm glad she was here, and I'm very blessed to have her, still in my life. That's it.
Who do you like to fight next, Anthony?
Whoever. It really doesn't matter to me. Whoever wants something can get it.
Are you recruiting more people for the division?
Say that again?
Are you recruiting more fighters for the division, sir?
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, we're still, again, I said this in one of the interviews. The world at large has so much talent. There's so many talent out there. So, yeah, absolutely. Ali's doing a great job of doing that, recruiting people, and obviously for this division and all the other divisions as well. So we look to be busy this year for sure.
Ali, he was just talking about recruiting new guys for the division. Who are some other guys in this 205 division that could eventually see Anthony Johnson?
Like I said, right now, Anthony just won. Let's let him enjoy his victory. He deserves it. And me and his management, Glenn Robinson, are going to talk on Monday or Tuesday, see what he's going to do. But at the end of the day, whatever Anthony does, I'm going to be proud. Whatever he stay with us, he go wherever he go. Like I said, we don't put pressure on people. And like Anthony said, there's no pressure. Before the fight, I told everyone, there's no pressure. This is your home. We don't cut guys. Long as guys perform. And even Mike Kyle today, Mike Kyle come and he performed. Mike Kyle is not going anywhere. Anthony, his contract is up. It's up to Anthony what he want to do. But we're always going to be friends, and I'm a big fan of Anthony Johnson.
We know how big a World Series of Fighting is. There was a challenge between you and Bellator. Have we heard back from them? And is there a possibility? Because that would be very interesting for the fans.
Listen, these guys, they don't want to fight. They're not ready to fight. They want to listen. If you're in the fight business and this guy's there, they're not. They don't know anything about fighting, and they don't want to make the fan happy. And this is what I think. Like Tyrone today was going back and forth with Rampage, and Rampage is like, come to Bellator. So Tyrone said no, it's a challenge. Bellator versus World Series of Fighting. But listen. This guy's not ready. They fighters contacted me on to where they want to fight, but the guys running this place, they're cowards. They don't want to at least issue a statement, acknowledge it, because I believe it was Anthony, Tyrone, and all these guys. Justin Gaethje looking today, nobody can beat us.
Did you honestly expect Bellator to issue a statement about it?
this is, I speak, I'm a man, like, Ray, my big brother here, we men, and when somebody challenge you, like Access Television challenged us, the next day I was on MMA Junkie, I got back to them, and if you want to represent fighting, and fighting is all about excitement, entertainment, but these guys, the whole bunch of lawyers got kicked out of boxing, they're not really in it. Their heart is not in it. If I couldn't sleep when these guys from Access Television talk bad about us, I was like, I can't wait to get back at them. But this is how these guys, their heart in it. They're looking on dollar signs and how to screw up and give him bad contract, like we saw Eddie Alvarez, what happened to them. But right now we're gonna focus on Anthony Johnson, Justin Gaethje, and all this great crowd, and our new champion Jessica Aguilar. She just arrived here. She might and that's it. We come here to put on fun fights, and we appreciate the fan, the media, and we live in our dreams. That's right, Ray?
Absolutely. Just to touch on that, absolutely. Obviously for us, the most important thing is we feel like we've continued to, from day one to WSOF 8, this one we just had tonight, we continue to improve every time. And I've said all along from the beginning, the only people that we're challenging is ourselves. We continue to challenge ourselves. We continue to move forward. We continue to put on great cards. And Ali Abdel-Aziz is one of the best matchmakers in the world. Whether you like it or not, believe it or not, he's amazing at what he does. So we're a great team. Right here we have the straw weight champion. Congratulations, great fight. She made it look so easy, which was quite amazing. So all the ladies out there, 115 pounders, this is the lady you're gonna compete with.
Bring it. Listen, let me say this. Let me say something. You cannot have a successful MMA promotion without female. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, you cannot. And I know some people right now kicking themselves in the butt. They let this beautiful lady go, but now we have her and we're keeping her for a long time. Long as she's happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm really excited. I'm honored to be a part of the WSOF and the first champion. Now I have this is my first piece of jewelry.
It weighs more than you.
It does. And it's my first piece of jewelry, like really fancy jewelry. So, I'm really honored to now have this and back up my #1 ranking and be a part of the WSOF and make history with this organization. So, we're starting off the year strong. This is only January, the beginning of the year. There's so much to come, and I expect more fun. So.
Let me tell you something about this Jessica Aguilar. Jessica Aguilar started texting me yesterday and today asking for teammate tickets. And I was worried about her. I was like, this girl's fighting for a world title, but that show you how good she is of a person. She want to take care of everyone, and we're going to take care of her, take care of her team. But that kind of like, when people fight for a title, they want to be in the zone, they get big time. But she, 2 hours before the fight, asked me for tickets for her team. And I was like, wow, I hope she is focused. But guess what? She went out there and she got a nice finish against a very game opponent. Alida Grace is a very, very tough opponent, and she's #1. Nobody can say what organization she fight for, but she's #1, and she backed it up. We got some more opponents for her.
She's not #1 anymore. She's actually the champion now. So.
That's right. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity, and I'm excited for what's to come. This is only the beginning. So I'm really excited. And I got to get back. I'm not, I made it look easy, but every day in the gym when I get in, I learn something new, and we just got to go get in there again after these 2 weeks of enjoying it and visiting my mom, and then we'll get back to the gym and get better. And it's going to take a lot of hard work for somebody to take this away from me. So you guys better be training out there. Whoever, the 115 division better be training, because it's going to take a lot of hard work to take this from me.
I don't know yet. We're not making fights. We don't make fights.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, everybody's just having fun, and I don't know. I'm going to my room.
Relax, exactly. Just easy.
Jessica, talk to us a little bit about your walkout. It was very interesting.
I decided to, my Mexican, my Nacho Libres. Oh, yeah, that's my team. I actually surprised them. They didn't know they were coming out to that. So, I wanted to spice things up a little bit and show, my culture a little bit more. And I love, obviously, it's a culture thing, the lucha libres in Mexico. So I decided to put on a mask for all the teams, and they were like, "Hey, I'm game. Let's do it." So they all came out in it and supported me. So it was pretty cool.
Just because it was a little bit different for you. I mean, you've always been a humble fighter. You've always been, very respectful. But you look like you wanted something to prove tonight, that you were the best female fighter in the world.
Absolutely, yes, sir. I worked really hard. Somebody told me, this is like the hardest I've ever seen you work. I said, you know what, and I'm going to keep working harder. This is, I did want to prove something. I haven't finished a fight in a long time, and I wanted to finish it, and I said I was going to finish it, and you know what, I came out and I finished it. So I did want to prove something, and I did, and I'm always going to be humble, and I'm always going to be respectful. That's how I was taught, and that's how I was grown up, so I'm always going to be that way. But, like I said, it's going to take a lot of hard work to take this away from me. I'm going to keep training hard.
Question for Jessica.
What does it mean to you, the cultural things you said about your people and about how it represents your culture? What does it mean to you?
I mean, it means the world. It made me. It's me. It's who I am and where my family came from, and so it means a lot. That's where I came from, and I always look back and never forget where I came from. This belt and all of these cameras and interviews, they don't change me. I'm still the same person, and I remember where I came from. So that's why. Thank you, sir.
Jessica, can you tell us in Spanish again about challenging and telling the girls in 115, but in Spanish?
Of course. Quiero decirles a todas las de 115 libras que va a ser muy difícil para quitarme este cinturón. He trabajado muy duro para llegar aquí y va a ser muy difícil para que me lo quiten. Así que voy a seguir entrenando muy duro y voy a ser campeona por mucho tiempo. Gracias.
Jessica's done, guys. Let's get Justin Gage here. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, guys. Come on,
Justin.
Thank you.
I mean, from day one when Lisa actually called me about Justin Cagey, and I talked to Ali about it. We knew, this kid had an undefeated record. We put him on the first card, first time he fought for us, and I was like, wow, unbelievable. And as a guy that, he was a wrestler, but he likes to bang. He likes to throw down. So I think now he has the nickname of the White Mike Tyson. Ali actually said this as well. He's one of these guys that just comes out, sees and destroys. And tonight again, I said to Ali, before the fight started, I said, I think this might be a first round. And so again, the guy is talented, he's skillful, and he's the kind of fighter that everybody wants to see because he's so entertaining to watch. He leaves everything in there. So congratulations again, brother.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job.
Let me add something. I was talking to actually his boxing coach, who was my first boxing coach, Trevor. And I called him, I was like, man, Justin make me nervous because he's a wrestler and he comes forward and he's slipping and coming down. He's like, don't worry, he's going to be fine. And I was like, okay, no problem. And he fought a very good opponent today, Rich. He's a really tough guy. And they stole in the pocket. And I was like, somebody's going down right now. And me and Ray was just jumping and I was getting goosebumps. And my hat to both of them. I think it's hard not to give Anthony Johnson to be in top 10 right now, and Justin Gage, he put guys away. He dig a hole for them, and after that they let them bury themselves, and that's what he does. And congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys can go ahead and ask the champ some questions.
What was the game plan going into
He doesn't have a game plan. He doesn't have a game plan.
I mean,
He doesn't know the meaning of that word. He just
my game plan, man, is stick to not go in there and not think about anything, man. Just stay on my reactions. Once I start thinking, I'm gonna stop reacting. That's what I figured out through wrestling all my life, and now move forward. I have to move forward. I have to punch the dude in the face, and I have to put him to sleep before he does it to me.
So how do you train for that? You just go in and train every single day the same, or every single training camp is the same?
Well, I mean, I have Trevor Whitman and Jake Ramos. They're not gonna let me do the same thing over and over. They watch what I do. They watch my mistakes. It seems a little rambunctious, but this is calculated risk right here, man. I know what I'm doing, and I have to be there. They have to be able to punch me for me to be able to punch them. That's just how this works.
Justin, talk us through the emotions of getting that belt put around your waist and being the first lightweight champ.
Man, I thank these guys for trusting me to be the face of the lightweight division with the World Series of Fighting. I promise that I'll go out there every time and do everything I can to defend this thing.
After tonight, I don't think he's just the face of the lightweight division. He's one of the faces of the promotion, and he's a kid. He's like what, 26 now? 25. He's a kid. He's growing, and listen. you believe it or not, and he knows, and his coaches knows, he's still not even, he's green. Justin Gage is green, but Justin Gage, he bury people and put people away, and you know who's the winner is? Is the fans.
Yep.
And you guys.
That's my only goal. Every time I step in, get some fans and, you know, make whoever's watching, you know, respect that I go out there and give everything, every single fight. That's all I can ask for.
You know what? To be honest with you, Nick today sat next to me and he convinced me, and he's like, you know what? I need this title shot, and I honestly, I would like to see Nick fight one more tough fight and fight Justin, but at this point, I can't deny Nick Newell. He also finished guys, and he put guys away in less than minutes or 2 minutes. And like Nick Newell, I'm not gonna take anything away from him because he have one arm or one leg. He told me today, I was like, listen, I hit harder with my elbow with the one arm than my punch, and that might be the next fight. But we talk to both camps and see what they want to do. But I think Nick Newell deserves a title shot.
You got a lot of knockouts ready this ring.
Oh, at the top right now, man, this feels great. I can't ask for anything better.
Ray, do you like to see fights end that quickly? We had a few early finishes on that main card. Only one went to decision. Do you like to see that?
I don't think it's just me that likes that. I think the whole crowd loves that. Everybody wants to see knockouts. Everybody wants to see finishes. And when you watch Justin Cagey fight, you can guarantee 100% that you're going to see that.
It's crazy.
And he asked a TV question like, you know, how long you're rating and stuff like that. This is a very clever question. When we put on fights, honestly, if we get good rating, it's great. If we don't, but you know, at the end of the day, when everybody go home, when people write tomorrow in the media, they're gonna say, WSOF fighting, make everybody jump off their seat at home in arena, and that's what we do. And we're just gonna, you know what, we're gonna focus on ourselves. Forget Bellator, forget everyone else. We're gonna focus on ourselves, and we're gonna keep giving fans great fights. And we all, me, Ray, we all live in our dreams, and this is what we love do. With no stress. People said, you know, Justin, he missed 3 opponents, he stressed out. I said that was the easiest decision, and I had so much fun because it gave me watch more videos and enjoy the sport because I'm the biggest fan of the sport.
Justin, who do you want to fight next?
Hey, that's the point of getting, you know, that was my goal, is to get this strap. So whoever wants this and whoever is working their hardest and thinks they deserve it, that's who I want to get.
Ray, who do you think? Who do you think is next for this
Again, you know, like Ali said earlier, you know, Nick Newell, obviously he's proven himself time and time again. You can't deny that. And so, again, I second what Ali just said. We're gonna have to talk to the two camps and see what works. And if it works out, that's the first defense for Justin. Then that's it. But of course, we got to sit down and you know, suss that out and see where we go from here.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. But if this fight happen, I can't go in details. It's gonna be on one of the biggest stage in the world.
Big NBC.
It doesn't matter what it's gonna be on. It might be in the backyard, but it's gonna be a great fight. But it's gonna be. You know, when people talking about rating, you might want to catch up because this fight, we're going to do it right. We're going to have a lot of time to do it. I'm not saying we're going to do it because I have to respect Nick Newell's camp and Justin Gaethje's camp and be professional. But I promise you, this fight, when it happens, is going to be one of the biggest fights maybe in MMA ever because Nick Newell who he is and Justin Gaethje who he is, and we know how these days go for finishes. Luis Palomino, this is his first fight in MMA and WSOF fighting. Justin Gaethje fought 4 fights. You know,
his time will come. Sorry, I don't mean that.
No.
His time will come. Obviously tonight he was impressive, but you know, just like anything we do in the world, you know, you got to work your way up the ladder. And Justin Gaethje did the same thing. Hence the reason why he's champion. So, you know, if Palomino keeps performing and keeps improving like what he did tonight, then, you know, obviously you can't deny that. So, but, you know, you got to, you know, do the work first.
Let me give you a nice recap. Whatever happened last week, somebody didn't get a title shot because he deserved it and they give it to someone else because he's the poster boy of other promotion. It will not happen here. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. And he's the one of the guys, Patrick Bibbo, he's like, I want to fight at the card. And, you know, and the fan behind him if somebody win 2-3 fights and he's supposed to fight for a fight, and I give it to a guy, have one fight, I'll probably leave my job and walk away from the sport because they'll be so unfair, and it's not even right. You earn title shot. You don't just give in title shot.
Justin, can you talk? They've talked about that your first title defense could be against Nick Newell. Can you talk about that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, like they said, man, he's a well-deserving opponent, and he's worked obviously for a very long time for this. I can't take anything away from him, but I can promise that if he does want to fight me, that I'm gonna put him to sleep, and I'm gonna try my hardest.
Nick Newell, you have to understand, Nick Newell have the biggest ego in the court. He has a chip on his shoulder, and listen, people told me he's like, listen, I think I got better hand than him, and I was like, okay. And the only way, he speak his mind. Nick Newell. He speak his mind, and he have a chip on his shoulder, and he said he's one of the best lightweights in the world, and he said his stand up is great, but my stand up is better. And I said, okay, the only one way you can find out, you put on 5-round fights and for this little shiny thing and see what happens.
Do you like having guys like that in your promotion, guys that are gonna speak their mind and say that they want that fight?
Listen, it's always an entertainment, I wasn't given. I don't like doing an interview. I was talking about this Bellator thing. Keep the fan going. This is why me and my brother here is gonna be doing. I'm gonna be doing some media stuff because it's good for our promotion. It's good for the fighter. It's good for the fan. And I think if Nick Newell want to speak his mind, Justin Gaethje is a guy too. He speak his mind, but you have to kind of nip on him a little bit to speak his mind. But this fight, it might happen, and I think the fan is gonna be the winner for sure.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.